Hello, Mr. Arun. I'm on top-notch condition. How about you?
It's been fantastic. Things are going good so far for the day.
Okay, glad to
Can you
hear
hear
that.
me? Am I loud and clear?
Yes, you're loud and clear. What about me?
Yeah, you are always hitting my ears.
Okay, right. So, how is your day turning so far as it's 12:30 afternoon?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough time to pass through simply because lunchtime, no? So kind of a hangover before and after lunch. So
Okay,
it's bit of a mouth watering before lunch and bit of a sleepy after lunch. So it's a very
okay.
tough time to match
So,
things.
you had a heavy lunch, I guess. That's why.
I need to have, otherwise I'll be sleeping now. If I already had, I will be sleeping right now.
Okay,
I need to have. I will have after this conversation because now our conversation is pretty much like food for thought, not food for stomach right now.
okay. Well, why? Because after having lunch, we should not sleep, right? Because it's not good for our health. What do you think?
Yeah, seriously, you're right, absolutely right. It's better to.
So it's your daily routine, like you sleep after having a lunch?
Yeah, it's better to have no a short nap of even 30, 40 minutes. That will help you to revitalize all your energy so you can go, you can again like start afresh to go really big for the rest of the day. That will keep your energy level high, right? So it's always better to. That's what we do with the mobile, right? When it goes down, we recharge it, and again, like all over, we restart with some power. So the same applies to humans as well.
Okay. Well,
What
fantastic.
about what about you? What about you? You don't take a nap in the afternoon. You don't do it.
I always take nap, but not after having a lunch because
Oh,
it is something I avoided. I never did ever. Okay.
yeah.
So basically, other than that, what are your plans for today? What are you supposed to be doing? Is any special plan or you will just go with the flow?
Yeah, I'm always more of a on the go with the flow with life.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, few good plans in the offing, so that I will take that. I mean, right now I'm engaging myself with some live shows on YouTube with international cricketers. I'm getting an opportunity to interact with international cricketers on live shows, so I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Let's talk about the topic as we have decided for our discussion.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, so first of all, do you
Intro.
like the topic? I mean, as you said, it's quite new because you were saying something else to talk. We can also discuss it in the next sessions, but I would love to know your perspective on introvert, extrovert, ambivert. These are types of personality.
Yeah, we all humans actually, deal with so many people. So we are more like externally driven people, right? Because we love socializing with people. So obviously, each and every one of us unique in the behavior that we show to people. And
Mhm.
there are different types of personalities, like you said, introvert, extrovert. At times, people come up with a combination of both intro and extroverts, as we call them ambiverts or
Yeah,
omnivert. Even they are called as omnivert.
omnivert. Yeah.
Yeah. It's better to know again, totally depends on the mood swing as well, right?
Okay.
Because you can't be full of energy all the 24 hours. So it will kind of mood swing situations,
Indeed.
people around you, everything matters. But
Yeah.
overall, a personality is actually inbuilt, right? So you cannot change it overnight, and you cannot change it for others as well.
Hmm.
So what's your opinion on introverts? What do you think about them?
Well, when it comes to introvert, yeah, it is also a type of personality, and I believe that I have like two perspective for this. Like the pros and cons of it. So when it comes to the pros, what I believe that they are very calm, composed, uh, they're focused because they don't don't involve in other activities, or they just focus on their own work. And it is good if you are working on something very important, let's suppose preparing for any competitive examination. So if you are an introvert, you kind of have nobody can distract you, because your nature is like not to be socializing that much. And when it comes to cons, so it is really, life is monotonous if you are introvert person. You should have, like a group of friends, maybe it's small, that's fine, and enjoy your life. And in extrovert people, if you are introvert, you kind of always abstain yourself uh, from any good opportunity. Maybe let's suppose there is an opportunity for delivering a speech on any big platform. So introvert people, they have, little bit of hesitation because they don't want to be known by people or something like that. So yeah, pros and cons. What's your take on this? Like how you describe introvert person?
Yeah, introvert person, they always have very close friends, closely knit friends, and they are no organized. They actually spend, they are pretty much comfortable with the organized and a routine lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, they are passive by nature. They contemplate too much. The flip side of introverts is that they are more overthinking personality. They take a lot of time to take action on something because they worry about quite a lot of things in their mind. So they will take a lot of time to come up with a particular decision. They don't make informed decisions because they hardly interact with people. Actually, so that is the flip side of being an introvert. But on the other hand, I myself split into two, like introvert, both introvert and extrovert in different situations. For example, if when I'm traveling, I turn myself into an introvert because I just enjoy the bliss of solitude.
Okay.
Eh, it's a very purest form of giving yourself your own time. Whenever I'm traveling, by bus, I always prefer the window seat so that seeing the nature along the way, lot of things keep coming in my mind. Thoughts will flow like anything, but most of them are all good thoughts, progressive thoughts. So it's okay to be introvert as long as even my co-passenger, they will keep talking, but I'll just listen to them carefully. I will not respond because that will help me as an introvert to gain something which I really don't know before.
All
So it's
right.
it's okay. It's okay to be an introvert. It's not always no that being an introvert doesn't mean that you are undermined, you are underrated. That's what my
Mm-hmm.
opinion is. It's okay to be introvert. It's okay.
Yeah, definitely. And like which category you fall into, because I would love to know that first.
Yeah. I'm pretty much careful when dealing with these personality types because it's better to be an introvert when you are around with relatives because they will they will pluck cues from your mouth, each and every word you speak, and will blow things out of proportion from nowhere. So it's safer side to be an introvert when you are around with the relatives. But when you are
Indeed.
with your friends, with your friends, you automatically turn to be an extrovert, like chatterbox, loud mouthing. So all these things come into play. It's good to be around with the different people so that your different characters show up, right?
Yeah.
But
And
you
I
got to
believe,
be big. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
believe
Go
that
ahead.
when you sit with, like open minded, or like open minded, I mean to say that they have a perspective for everything. Like they are like experienced. Your, the way the conversation goes is just like amazing. And if you sit with narrow minded people, they will make you feel negative about yourself and about society, about everything. So the I think we should choose very wisely with whom we should sit.
Correct. but there are chances that if you when you are dealing with the extrovert person, if you, even though if you are no, an introvert person by nature, it's not advisable to trying to be pretend, mirroring the other person,
Yeah,
because they
exactly.
are quite naturally they are extrovert. You cannot match them by any stretch of imagination. So what I'm trying to say, you always stay where you are. It's okay, because when you are dealing with an extrovert person, it's better to listen carefully rather than you trying to be, stealing the show. You will end up messing whole thing. The conversation will go awkward. So it's better to be who you are and try to listen. That's a good thing about being an introvert. We will
Yeah.
get to know a lot about others, right? But
Yeah,
at the
they
same
observe.
time, correct. But at the same time, you can't be an extrovert in interview. That will spoil your whole setup, your whole career path, right? You need to know
Absolutely.
where you need to know exactly where to switch over from introvert to extrovert. That's the beauty of this personality types.
Exactly. And you kind of have to shift your gear according to the situation. Like, okay, where should I?
Correct. It's pretty much like driving a car on a highway. You need to know when to turn gears. Like
Absolutely. Yeah. And okay, so how do you describe extrovert people? Like, do you like the extrovert people, and do you just try to abstain yourself from those? Is it?
I like a lot about being an extrovert because we are socially driven animals mostly, right?
Absolutely.
One way or the other. It's not a kind of a negative word to say social animal. It's better to be social
Yeah,
animal.
social
Then only you
birds.
will,
Yeah,
yeah. Then only you will, being an extrovert, you will have that hunger to learn things. When someone come to you talking about something, even if you don't know something about that, you will show like that. You have at least a fair knowledge about what they are talking, which means at least you will make them feel like that they are talking to human, right?
yeah,
If you are not responding, they will take it like, oh my god, I'm wasting my time here talking to a wall.
absolutely.
So it's important that to be an extrovert at times you need to
Yes,
socially interact as well. When if you this particular thing extrovert will happen mostly in workplaces. You can't be an introvert in a place. Okay, they will come to a point where you are not taking responsibility for all you for what you've been assigned to. So it's important to show that you are expressive enough as an extrovert.
absolutely. When it comes to workplaces, or especially where you have to present yourself confidently, and in those places, like if you are trying to just restrain or just trying to avoid things, that's going to create blunder for you. So as we discussed, that we have to be very cautiously like decide like where to speak and where not to speak.
Yeah. The good thing about extroverts is that they are more thrill seekers. They always look for something newness in each and everything they see.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
They
indeed.
all they don't settle for something monotonous. They always look for something. Their curiosity is high always. That keeps their energy and enthusiasm high all the time. Actually, that is contagious. Being an extrovert is contagious. Even though if you are, for example, if I'm an extrovert, you are an introvert, when I'm talking to you, I automatically make you to speak more, right? That is
Yes.
contagious.
Yes.
That,
Exactly.
that is that is the advantage of being an extrovert. And more importantly, good thing about extroverts, they always show empathy. They put they put mostly others in their shoes to see things from others' perspective. That's the best part of being an extrovert.
Yeah, they're like quite open comparison to introvert.
Yeah, yeah. They are not reserved. They are actually assertive by nature. They are open to all. So kind of, but there is a flip side as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you are too talkative, you become boring because you become so tedious. People will feel like that you're so tedious talking to you. They
Yes,
will kind
exactly.
of
You kind of lose your respect and value.
exactly,